Hey guys, and welcome to the captfizz and maskedguy show. Tonight we're going to be talking about a bunch of movies that someone else apparently thinks are going to be really good. I don't know about this, but hey, hit the music.
Captain Fizz.
And greetings once again from the 7th moon of thunder. I am that maskedguy. How y'all doing?
So, as our wonderful cohort of mine said, we were going to be talking about up and coming 2016 movies.
Now, you've compiled a list of 10 movies that are apparently going to be the top grossing movies of the year. Is that what this is?
I believe this is actually movies that are coming out in direct order. I don't know.
And who came up with this list? Who compiled this for you?
It was on Cinema Blend.
Cinema Blend. What is this?
I don't know. I looked up 2016 movies, and this is what it sent me. So, this is basically, they're talking about all the movies coming out in 2016, I believe, in order of their release date. Some of them I cannot say I know anything about, or am even interested in knowing anything about them.
Right, okay. So, this is what we've resorted to, ladies and gentlemen, to entertain you.
This is what we've resorted to. The first one is Hail Caesar, which I can only assume it's a hailstorm.
No, it's actually, it's one of those movies that has a bunch of different actors in it. It seems to have a similar humor to, movies. Oh god, I'm having a brain fart here, but,
I always have a brain fart.
Yeah, especially when you're around me. Ha! But, I mean, it's a very,
That's an insult to yourself.
Well, whatever, man. But it's kind of like one of those, artsy, comedies, that I think are, I actually like them because I enjoy the drier humor. I'm not one of those guys who's really into.
I don't like drier humor. When I sit in the dryer, I don't usually laugh.
Oh my.
Yes, I went there.
Yes, you
went
did.
there.
Yes, you did, apparently, and I hate you for it.
Yes. So, the second one, I believe, is one of our most looked forward to movie of 2016, and that is Deadpool. I was going to say Cinderella.
I would have smacked you if you said that, sir.
Well, yes, it is Deadpool. If you are not looking forward to Deadpool, something is seriously wrong with you. You need to check yourself into the closest hospital and ask for a brain scan.
You know what, man? Go get yourself a chimichanga, because this movie is going to be awesome, and if it's not awesome, we riot. And when we mean we, I mean me, and when I mean me, I mean just my head.
Yes, I'm really excited for, Deadpool. I think it's going to be the movie to beat of 2016.
I don't know, because it's a rated R movie. The odds are there's
going to be lots of pirates in the movie theater.
Yeah, okay, we'll go there. Yeah, sure.
Rated R.
R. We are the pirates who don't do anything.
That will never be brought up on this show ever again.
We just stay at home and lie around.
Oh my lord.
R.
So yes, Deadpool. February 12th is being released. That's the only release date I've written because it's the only one worth remembering.
Honestly, as far as I think both you and I are concerned, this is I think, the movie that we're most anticipating to seeing this year.
One of the most, anticipated movies.
Okay. How about this half of the year? Because, of course, we're talking at the end of the year, of course, there's going to be Star Wars Rogue Squadron, or I think it's Rogue One. Is it Rogue One or Rogue Squadron? Someone tell me now!
It is Rogue One.
Thank you!
That is also not the movie I am most waiting for.
Really?
No, and we will get to this in, number 16 or 17 or something like that. So, further down the line.
Yeah, we're doing a list of 10, and he's saying number 16.
I was looking for my movie. This is... Anyone who knows our show and who's listened to our show obviously knows the movie I'm talking about, because there's a certain character that I am obsessed with, and no, it is not Cinderella.
Oh, of course. My apologies. Carry on, sir. Carry on.
And then after that, after Deadpool, is Zoolander 2, which I believe I am really anticipating this movie just because I really want to see yet another Will Ferrell flop.
What is this Zoolander you speak of?
Zoolander is a very retarded, mentally handicapped male model, I have to add, who doesn't know how to turn right.
This sounds like pretty much every male model that I've ever heard of.
Worse. The opening scene for the trailer for this Zoolander 2 had the very first one had Stephen Hawking talking, which when I heard Stephen Hawking talking, I honestly believed it was going to be an intelligent documentary, not about de-evolution. Yes, not evolution, de-evolution. This is a guy who reads lame as LeMay. It is going to be a huge flop. I am not excited for it. And
who stars in this POS again?
Will Ferrell is in there, and some other crappy guy. It's got one of the
Ben
Owens.
Stiller, isn't it?
Ben Stiller.
There we go,
and
Ben
Owen.
Stiller. Honestly, I didn't even know Ben Stiller was still into acting. He is, the last umpteenth number of movies of his have been dismal failures.
People believe that he has come up with this idea yet again because he has come through with a brilliant breakthrough. I think it's because he spent too much money at the crap table.
I just think that no one will go off and do anything else for him. So he says, hey, we'll do a Zoolander 2 movie. Oh, well, Zoolander did well, so here's our money. Here, take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to move on to Zootopia, which is basically animals acting as humans, which actually looks very entertaining. It is animated, which nothing ever goes wrong in Hollywood with animated movies.
Really?
Shut up.
Really?
I'm allowed to live in fantasy world here.
Uh-huh. Thankfully for you, I can't think of one crappy, how about, no, how about Romeo and Juliet? That was a POS.
I like that movie, so shut up. No, I lie. I thought that was a POS too. And then, one of the movies I think we're anticipating for not so great reasons, and that is Batman v Superman, which has been a source of argument between the two of us because of Lex Luthor, who I believe is a whiny little turd.
I don't even want to concentrate on Lex Luthor. Just the simple fact that Doomsday is going to be in this movie, and apparently is
a Doomsday-like character.
They're saying it's Doomsday, and he's been created from the DNA of Zod, so that technically makes him Bizarro. So I'm really confused.
This is a butchery of a movie, which is okay because it is.
It's only a DC movie.
Yeah. Basically, I don't know.
No, wait a minute. I'm sorry, because there's been some really good DC movies.
There has been, and then there will be Batman v Superman, which I am not looking forward to. I like Batman. I don't like Superman.
It's honestly, just from the trailers I've seen, it's on the same level, to me as Fantastic Four was from last year. as far as the appeal that I'm getting from it. So I'm not really looking forward to this, but I mean, we have to go see this just so that on the following show we can go off and say, what a big piece of crap it was.
All I'm going to say is when this movie comes out and I go see it and Lex Luthor turns out to be the whiny, useless little turd that is advertised in every single trailer for this movie, all I'm going to say is I told you so.
And I'll have to agree because I guess Jesse Eisenberg is an okay actor.
But he is not Lex Luthor. I'm sorry, no. It just not work. Look at the age of him as the first example.
Well, whatever. Age doesn't mean anything.
Lex Luthor has always been older than Batman and older than Superman.
At least older than Superman. Unless you've read the old Superboy comics, and, that kind of...
Those comics don't exist to me.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one. The Huntsman Winter's War, which I am not a fan of because I really don't care. All I can say is Kristen Stewart is not in the next one, so that's obviously an upgrade.
It's supposed to be a prequel to Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yes, it is basically focusing on just the Huntsman, so all about Chris Hemsworth, which will be epic because there is no Kristen Stewart, which I think was the best decision of their life.
Yeah, well, you know what, Kristen Stewart, I mean, honestly, now that the Twilight Saga is done and gone...
Thank God.
She is pretty much... I mean, I guess she's doing, like, a couple of indie films where you're not required to have a personality. So, it's... Yeah, I mean, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yes, I heard she tried to do a porn show and got laughed off the stage.
I have nothing to say to that.
And then Captain America Civil War, which looks epic, but also very, very, very overcrowded.
Considering the original, Civil War in the comics, it's actually going to be pretty sparse. I mean, come on, you could turn a whole, TV series just based off of the original concept of, Civil War. So, I mean, there's, nothing here.
Yes, I consider it overcrowded because it has Captain America. Any movie with Captain America is automatically already overcrowded.
You are one of the most biased people I ever know.
I will enjoy Captain America the day they make a Captain Canuck.
Yeah, but who's going to care about Captain Canuck outside of Canada?
Me. I care about Captain Canuck.
So maybe you should go off...
And be Captain Canuck? I tried. Apparently you don't get paid to be a superhero.
We don't get paid to do this either, so, I mean...
Shh, they don't know that.
I think they do now.
Well, screw that. There goes my day job. So moving on, Neighbors 2 with Zac Efron and... what's his face?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, and apparently they say, what's his face?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, yes, what's his face?
Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, do you see here? We are two of the most biased people in the world that we do not even care about the names of some of these actors.
Yes, and apparently The Interview was one of the best movies of Seth Rogen's career, and I say...
why that movie was so great, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going down the rabbit hole here.
Because it made fun of North Korea.
It was such a movie that everyone was so worried about that they went off, they couldn't even put it out in theaters, so it went directly out to Netflix. And Netflix paid some huge money to put this movie on their site, and it sucked.
Yes, it was one of the worst I could possibly watch. That's not true. I watched Fantastic Four.
But I just want to say one more thing about The Interview. If there had been no publicity about it, that movie would have tanked, and no one would have cared.
I agree. X-Men Apocalypse.
Talking about a movie that's probably going to bomb. No, it's not.
I think it will just because of Apocalypse.
Yeah, you know what?
He looks like a pansy, straight out of the comic book, and not in a good way.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Am I right to assume that X-Men is owned by Fox?
Yes, and they have
Am I right to assume that Fox is horrible to its Marvel characters?
I think all I have to say is the words Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.